it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video you're seeing me, then welcome to my channel. Please hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Sorry, that was a little weird. I usually do that when I usually do this when I say please hit the subscribe button down below, but I don't know why I did it before. I think I'm just a little off right now. Anyway, so today in this video I'm going to do my top 10 Valentine's Day movies. So I know I usually do a movie review almost every year in February, but because I haven't really had time to get a sheet together, I just decided why not just do a top 10 Valentine's Day movies this year. So I thought it would be fun to do something a little bit different, since I kind of do the same video almost every year, like either a movie review or a top 10 10 movies video and blah 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 blah. So I thought I'd do a top 10 Valentine's Day movies. So here are some movies that I personally think are great movies to watch on Valentine's Day. If you guys have any different ideas of movies you watch on Valentine's Day, let me know in the comments down below, or if you have the same interest in any of these movies that I do. It's just fun to hear. So these are movies that I personally find appropriate for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to get started. So number one on my list had to be Lady and the Tramp. I bet everybody probably thinks this is a perfect Valentine's Day movie because it's cute and romantic. I really think this is a great movie because it involves two different species of dogs falling in love, and it also involves like how they're from two different sides, and I like two different sides falling in love. Like, let's say one person's wealthy, one person's poor, or one person comes from an upper class, one person comes from a different class, like different classes of people falling in love. I think it's really cute because then they learn about each other's ways and learn about how life is like for one another. I think that's really cool. And I just love how these two fall in love no matter like what their species or whatever are. And I do have a review on Lady and the Tramp, and if you wish to see that, I'll link it down below. Number two on my list had to be Beauty and the Beast, 1991. This is probably a popular Valentine's Day movie for me because, again, Beauty and the Beast is not only my favorite Disney movie, but it's also my favorite fairy tale. I like this because I feel like this is one of the first smart Disney princess films for kids because, like, they don't fall in love right away. They take their time to fall in love, which I really like. And I like how the women show a little more independence rather than having to be saved all the time, pretty much. And I love the fact that a woman saves a man instead of a man saving her, and I think that's really cool. And if you wish to see my review on Beauty and the Beast, and plus it's a great musical film, and I'm a huge fan of musicals, and if you wish to see my two reviews on Beauty and the Beast, I will link those both in the description box down below. Number three on my list had to be Thumbelina. I think this is a cute movie. Even though they kind of fall in love right away, I still think this is a really cute movie. It's a fun, romantic film, and I really like how this girl wants to be thinks that she's the only person who is her size, but she meets someone else who is the size of her, which I think is pretty cool. And she learns to be herself and love herself for whom she is, and I think that's awesome. Number four on my list had to be Trainwreck. I like this film because this is about a woman who learns about like love and how she has a habit of sleeping with other people, like so many different people, and I like how she learns to fall in love afterward, and she finds herself falling in love with a guy that she is to write an article about for her magazine job, and the more she gets to know him, she spends more time with him, and it's a funny film. It's pretty funny because like it shows like different relationships and stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. And cool. Number five on my list would have to be The Notebook. This is one of my favorite romantic movies to watch with my mom. I really like this film because I love the relationship between the two characters and how they fall in love at a young age, and how even though they come from two different classes, they love each other no matter what. I think that's really cool. Number six on my list would have to be Titanic. This is a sad yet romantic film. It is a really long film too. I like this film because this involves a woman from an upper class and a man from a lower class, and they meet on a ship, and I like the fact that their relationship sparks when they meet and when they hang out. The more they hang out and spend time with each other, even though one's betrothed to an aristocrat that she has to marry for her family to have money. Money, she starts to fall in love with Jack, even though she is to marry the aristocrat, which she doesn't want to because he's such a jerk. Jerk for the way he treats people. But I like how she has feelings for the other guy. Even though this is such a sad film, it takes place on the Titanic and how it was, and how it sank and stuff. It's like loosely based on the true story of Titanic, except those characters weren't in there, weren't real people. Number 7 on my list had to be Pretty Woman. I really enjoy this film. This is a great film to watch. It's like a funny romantic comedy about a guy who hires a hooker to be his escort to many different things, and he pays her to spend evenings with him, and everything, and be his escort to like all his like dinner events and dinner parties and stuff. And I think that's pretty neat. And I like how when they're working together, they develop a relationship. It's a pretty funny movie. I was watching it with my mom, and I had so much fun watching it with her. Number 8 on my list had to be The Fault in Our Stars. This is a pretty fun yet kind of sad movie. I was watching it with my mom, and it's sad because it's about this girl who suffers from cancer, and she meets a guy who is also suffering from cancer, and they spend a lot of time together, and they go to this like cancer group thing, and they spend a lot of time together, and the more they hang out at the group thing, the more they start to fall in love and become friends and connect with each other. And I think that's really cool, even though they both suffer from really bad illnesses. And I think it's pretty sad because one of the characters dies, but it's such a great film because I like watching the relationship between the two people who are going through cancer and stuff, and how they spend a lot of time together. Number 9 on my list had to be How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I like this was a great Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson movie. This is one of my favorite movies to watch. This is a fun movie because it involves like two people who use each other. One uses the other person for a magazine, and one uses the other person to win a bet. Sorry. And one uses the other person to win a bet. So they end up finding each other and going on a date together, and they spend time together not realizing that they're using each other for bets. And one person tries everything to get rid of the other person, which I think is pretty funny because like she goes girly, which tries to annoy him, but he tries not to let it get to her so he can win his bet. And no matter how hard she tries, he just won't leave. Number 10 on my list had to be No Strings Attached. This is one of my favorite romantic films because this involves kind of like an on and off relationship between two main characters who fall in love, but because one person is not mature enough to be in a relationship, no matter how relationship, she doesn't want to do it, but he wants to do it no matter how how immature she feels to be in a relationship. And I really like that. And I like how their relationship goes on and off. Like they love each other, then they have a hard time, then they break up, but get back together, break up, and get back together. And I think it's a really nice thing how they have I think it's kind of funny how they have an on and off relationship, but I think it's nice how they kind of take a break and then get back together, take a break and then get back together. I think it's a pretty interesting film because this is a pretty funny movie because it's got a lot of great comedy in it. It's kind of like funny on and off relationship. Okay, so those are my top 10 Valentine's Day movies. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post Monday through Saturday, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!